Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the Bank of Japan will grab the headlines later today. But first up, there was another dairy auction event overnight, the shorter pulse event of skim milk powder and whole milk powder only. This one delivered results very little change from the prior event last week, essentially locking in those earlier price drops. In the US, retail sales at physical stores rose 4.5% last week from a year ago, the smallest rise since late March. But at least it is still well better than inflation. Meanwhile, job openings in the US in June were little changed from the prior month, but that is better than it sounds because May was revised higher. Both levels are better than analysts had expected. Remember, we'll get the July non-farm payrolls data this Saturday, and markets now expect 175,000 gain. There is nothing in the JOLTS data to suggest that this is a risk. If anything, perhaps an upside chance. And later today, we'll get the Bank of Japan monetary policy decisions. Most analysts see them holding with a 0.1% policy rate, but a growing cohort sees a rise to 0.25% today as wages and inflation rise there. Also of interest is what they'll be doing with their bond buying. And now we can report the June foreign direct investment data for China. And no wonder they held it back. It was terrible. They attracted only a net 1.6 million yuan in the June month. That is their worst level ever. In Europe, their second quarter 2024 GDP expansion came in low again, but at a 0.7% gain from the same period a year ago, similar to the first quarter, but slightly better than expected. Expansion in Spain and France drove this result, but it was lagging in Germany. In Australia, they're waiting for their second quarter CPI data to be released later today. Markets expect that to come in at 3.8%, up from 3.6% in the first quarter. And the US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.14% and down another 3 basis points from yesterday. The price of gold will start today up $28 at $2,406 an ounce. And oil prices are down $1 at just on $74.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is $78.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today 20 basis points firmer at just on 59 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're 40 basis points higher at 90.2 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 30 basis points to 54.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 68.1 and up 30 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.